Assassin's Creed Origins is big. Very big. Perhaps too big, but we'll get to that. It's so big that I haven't even finished the main quest line after a solid week of playing. But so far it's good. Origins makes sure you have to spend time in its vast, open-world Egypt, rather than blitzing through the main story, by gating quests with suggested levels, but the suggestion is basically an instruction. The levels count. I attempted one story mission that was only a couple of levels higher than my own, and it took me 4 goes, though admittedly one of those was because I had almost succeeded in escaping by boat when I crashed into another boat by not paying attention, setting both boats on fire. Even at higher levels, if you're swarmed by several soldiers, you'll find yourself suddenly in danger and on the defensive. The world that Ubisoft has created is stunning. It lives without you. You can sit and watch a village go about its collective business, paying no attention to you whatsoever. Egypt includes a myriad of different locations, the pyramids of Giza mostly capped in smooth white stone, and protagonist Bayek's time, though already ancient on the edge of a desert. Smaller Egyptian towns like the starting area in Siwa, the great Hellenistic city of Alexandria, library still intact, lush farmland along the Nile Delta, scrubby forests, rocky mountains. There's a lot to explore, and I've still not seen around half the map. If you're exploring desert dunes, Bayek might taste a sandstorm approaching on the wind, and then you turn and see this great wall of dust approaching you, while on the other side you can see, far off, green trees along blue water. At times you have to see through the eyes of Senu, your faithful eagle, just to appreciate the scale. In the midst of this, the main plot line so far seems a bit insignificant, somehow, as though it itself is in danger of being swallowed by the sands. But then I'm only about halfway through it, so there's still time for the scale to grow to epic proportions. But perhaps that's the point. What is one month's personal struggle, compared to the struggle of the whole nation? Bayek himself is an amiable protagonist to spend hours with. He is sometimes very serious, and is quick to bear the righteous anger of wronged peoples, but most of the time is surprisingly upbeat, and has a dry sense of humor, all of which means he quickly makes friends in every town. He also talks very endearingly about his wife Aya, sometimes lamenting her absences because she'd be able to solve a particular mystery much better than he. I bought him a camel whose description said it spits a lot, because I thought he'd like that. This is perhaps why I've had more fun with some of the side quests than forcing Bayek to the grindstone of his main, sad task. I like to keep him happy, and there's a lot to divert him too. There's a lot of the busy work you get in most RPGs these days. Fetch 3 of these things for me, Med J, which are inexplicably far apart. But elsewhere AC is straining to break loose and do much more interesting things. One of my favorite quests was in finding the remains of a ritual sacrifice on a deserted island. I explored the scene, and ultimately got the objective to keep my eyes peeled for more information around Egypt. I got no map marker, but just had to pay attention. Once, while exploring some hills to the west of Alexandria, I found a note at a shrine from a man who was going to live with a pride of lions. I didn't even get a quest for that one, but my curiosity was rewarded when I went looking for those lions. There's a story still going on outside the Animus, too, linking all the previous games together and even, dare I say it, making the Assassin's Creed film retroactively more interesting than it was when it came out, and you see flashes of the lore, such as it is, appearing in-game. We now know why the assassins always used to cut their ring finger off, for example. Origins is ambitious. I have solved the mystery of why mummies at Memphis were rotting. I have raced in the Hippodrome at Alexandria, and climbed to the top of 2 of the 7 wonders of the world. I've met Cleopatra, but I still haven't pushed Bayek to the limit in combat. I still haven't hunted vultures or worked out why the sacred crocodile at Sobek's temple is sick. And I haven't found out how this all started, the Order of Assassins. But I do want to.